Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the CPS Reports, and we are back with another recap from UFC 301 Pantoja versus Ersec. And it was a phenomenal card. And with me breaking or recapping these fights is none other than Brother Jedi and Brother AD. You guys good?
What's happening? What's happening? Happy Monday, gentlemen.
Lekker, bro.
Yeah, happy Monday, happy Monday.
Yeah, hello.
Blind on. You say hangover now, Jed.
I said hello.
Oh, like you said, hangover now. But anyway, guys, let's actually jump straight into it. The UFC took place. It was a liquor card, good fights. Some fights finished early, some fights didn't finish so early. We are going to start on top of the card. That is the main event. Pantoja defended his flyweight title against Steve Ersec, and I'm going to take it to to 80 because we obviously watched it recently. I want to get your thoughts because I'm looking at the scorecards of this fight, 80, and the fight scorecard showed up as 48-47, 48-47, and 49-46, making it a unanimous decision for Pantoja. I want to get your thoughts. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I think the last judge was must have been smoking the good stuff because I mean, there's just no way you can call it that way. It was such a tight fight, so competitive.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, for me, it came down to how much value do you put into a takedown. You know what I mean?
There we go.
It was very, very controversial. A lot of people calling for Ersec. Personally, I think he didn't do enough to warrant to say that he beat the champ and he should be the new champ. Like it wasn't convincing. Like even the rounds that he won were very close rounds, and I can see somebody giving them to Pantoja. So yeah. Very close fight. To be fair, you guys called it. You said Ersec would be a puzzle for Pantoja to figure out. And he was. It was a very competitive fight, very enjoyable. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing more from him in the future.
Absolutely, bro. I couldn't have said it any better because the fight was that close. There was a part of me that actually gave it to Ersec just because a lot of the times it wasn't initiated from Pantoja. He was counter-striking after the first round. He was pretty much back-footing for round 2, 3, 4. Only round 5 is when he realized, yeah, I need to actually secure a round here. And then he actually won the round 5 clear. Like, it was a clear round, I would say, that Pantoja won. Rounds 1 to 4, like you just said, dude, it was so difficult to choose who won those rounds because it was so close. The only reason why I was tipping it towards Steven is because he was initiating. He landed more cleaner strikes. He put on more damage in terms of the cuts that he landed on Pantoja. I think Steve gave the fight to Pantoja when he initiated the takedowns in round 5. He should not have done that. I think if Steve was actually standing in round 5, he probably would have walked out there a champion. But it was that close, and like you say, it does make up the almost paves the way for Steve now. It's like, okay, we get to see now. We're looking more excited to actually see what Steve is going to bring going forward. Because before this, everyone wasn't excited because it was like a nobody, if you will. It's like, who's this guy? Not realizing that he was on, I think, a 14th fight with Steve or something like that coming into the UFC, and then beating 3 fighters and then coming into this one. It's like you're still not convinced. But then fighting against Pantoja and doing what he did against Pantoja makes you go, hey, we should watch out for this dude. I think not Pantoja. I think Steve has definitely got to get one of the Brandons next. I think so. I don't know what you think about that, but I think he's definitely got to get one of the Brandon.
The thing is,
those who don't know,
Moreno's taking time out, so like apparently we might not even see him for the rest of the year. And Royval obviously coming off a victory against Moreno, I would think he probably takes on. I mean, it's difficult to motivate for another title shot for Royval. I mean, nobody really wants to see Pantoja Royval. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what they do. Fair play to them giving Ersec a chance coming in ranked at number 10. And for him to like give such a good showing, I think speaks to how competitive that division actually still is.
Yes. Very true, dude, because you also have to understand that we have to make mention of the fighters that we're not talking about, like the Kai Kara Francis, the Manal Cups, and those guys, like they're technically still in the top 5 of that division. And like you said, now Moreno taking time off. Royval looked good against Moreno. They could do Steve Ersec and Brandon Royval, or they could do Steve and Manal. They're probably going to give Manal Cup next because he's the only other one, even though Pantoja beat him already. He's obviously looks like he's next in line unless they finally make that fight happen between Manal Cup and Kai Kara France. But then it definitely leaves Ersec available. That means it's probably going to have to get Royval. You know,
Yeah, I think you got to make
Mm.
that Karakai France fight, bro, with Manal
Yeah,
Cup. That's been
definitely.
coming on a long time,
very long time.
and that's what the fans want to
Definitely.
see. There's so much
Yeah.
bad blood in that rivalries, bro. So like, you
Yeah.
got to make that fight, and then I would be comfortable saying whoever wins that fight can fight for the title.
That's Pantoja. Yeah.
Yo.
I also think so.
Or
Maybe.
yeah. I'd say fight for the title or fight
Yeah.
Steve maybe.
Why do you say heavy, Jedi?
I don't know, bro. Since they're giving 10th place guys title shots, I'm sure it's okay these days. You know what I mean? But I was gonna say I don't think Banal Cup or Cairo France deserves a title shot, even if they do fight each other.
So who would you
I think
recommend?
I think they gotta go through the Brandons, bro. Because both of them, I think
God of France, yeah.
Kai France has lost to both Brandons. So
Yeah.
It's
does he
just that
soon just
like
get a title shot?
it's just that like I said, bro, like nobody really wants to see Pantoja Royval again. So if
Mm.
the winner of Cup
I would
kind
like
of
to see
France
them
fights,
again.
okay, but can you admit that you're definitely in the minority of people with that? Like
Okay.
you know the
I
general
don't
public.
know.
Yeah.
Uh,
I also would like to see
Yeah.
that fight, to be honest with you.
Well then maybe I'm wrong, bro, because it's 2-1 in you.
I mean, he beat Royval now. That's twice. So it'll make them fight for the third time he fights Royval again.
okay.
Pantoja and Royval. So it'll be let's just like Brandon Moreno. He fought Brandon Moreno 3 times. So it'll
Yeah.
turn out to be something like that. But I do think that both Brandons are the closest to beating him. They have been. But watching Steve Erceg fight
Yeah.
Pantoja, I don't think the method to beating Pantoja would be to knocking him out. I think beating Pantoja, you're probably either gonna have to submit him or you're gonna have to 5 round him. Like you have to outpoint him for 5 rounds. Because now
His
I'm
chin is granite, bro.
Brad, some guys
Bruh.
Erceg got this man clean. Like when the first elbow landed, immediately Pantoja grabbed his head like this. He went like this. And he went down like that. And I was like,
They said he was close to throwing up on his bench,
yes,
bro.
he was doing
He was
this. And
concussed, bro. Yeah.
dude, he was about to mock, and I was like, they finally got this dude
Yeah.
something. Still can't put him out. He still can't put Pantoja. Then he comes back off that round and fights even harder against Ersec, bro. I was like, what the hell? So what is
Exactly,
the method?
bro.
How do you actually beat this dude in this division? You know what I mean? It's for me, it's got to be someone that's gonna outpoint him.
Yeah,
And is
yeah.
able to stifle his takedowns. Ersec was the closest fighter in all of his career to actually stop or counter Pantoja's wrestling. He really was able to,
Yeah.
like he reversed
He
it.
was he was excellent on the
He was,
ground, bro. Like
he was reversed.
defensively, he was excellent, bro. But
Super.
I think that's also just testament to how good Pantoja is as well.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
he was able to control him at times. And I think just going back to like the result and like to justify as to like just to give another reason as to why I think Pantoja won the fight was because when Usyk did push, Pantoja always managed to nullify him with a takedown.
Takedown, yes. That's how you know as well.
So he was never like in danger. You know what I mean? As soon as he felt he was in danger, he shot, and that kind of nullified.
That's what he
yeah.
did to the Brandons also.
Yeah, same thing.
They beat him up in the hands, but just do his timing of the takedowns and then
Brilliant.
overhand right.
It's brilliant.
So good.
He lands
so
it every
good,
single
bro.
time.
He's such a master at going back and timing you with a right hand or timing you with a double leg, bro. It wins all his fights. That's
true.
literally how he wins every fight.
And he just
bro.
walks through shots, bro.
Yeah, because
He walks, exactly.
walks through shots,
He
bro.
walks through shots, bro.
Basically landed on him like clean shots, bro, and it did absolutely nothing to him. Absolutely nothing. So I think that's what it comes down to is like if you can stifle these takedowns, if a fighter can keep it standing with Pantoja 5 rounds, they probably beat him. They probably beat Pantoja.
Yeah.
But that's what unfortunately top notch for Pantoja nonetheless. I want us to move a little bit on because we are 15 minutes in. I want to move on a little bit here to Jose Aldo defeating the Royval number 2. So he beat Jonathan Martinez by unanimous decision.
They're from the same clan.
From the same clan, trained in the same gym, trained each other for this fight. It's got mad actually. But anyway, Jed, you obviously checked out this one. It shows that Aldo is your guy. What do you make of his performance? He did win unanimously. What do you make of this performance?
Yo, bro, I think he fought very well. I think he obviously looked he looked sharp, and he looked much fitter than the other times we've seen him now in his last maybe 5 fights. His endurance didn't look so liquor. This time you can see he looked much sharper and faster. Maybe not as strong, but much faster. And as I said, Bray, he's very dangerous in a 3-round fight. Jose's good in a 3-rounder.
Yeah.
And he's especially against a guy that's not going to shoot, not going to wrestle or anything like that. You know, not going to grab. We're just going to kickbox.
Yeah. Probably gonna
He's so
lose.
difficult to
beat
take
you.
down though, either way, bro.
Yeah.
Even if you are gonna shoot on him, he's just so difficult to take down, bro.
Yeah, he's got quite a high percentage
but
of
I mean,
takedowns.
sometimes his other fights get like stuck against the fence for a large portion of the fight. You know what I mean? Which is obviously the way to beat him also. But yeah, Martinez couldn't really.
So you got his number, Jedi.
Studied Jose for the last 15 years, bro. That's
if it came down to it, I could take you.
I'll take you, man. But yeah, also then I think Martinez, bro, super tough, bro. Durability, 10 out of 10. But I think he gave Jose too much respect also.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
Like he didn't want to, like he was a bit afraid of certain things, whatever. But you could see also Jose's was like always 2 steps kind of ahead of Martinez. You know what I mean? After Martinez will throw, he's not ready for like a count or like a 4-punch combination. He'll like maybe block the first shot or the first 2 shots, but then he gets hit with 3 and 4. And yeah, I think it was a very good showing from Jose. I wouldn't let him fight for a title.
No.
But yeah, he looked great, man. He looked very good.
What's your takeaway from it, Ailey?
Yeah, I mean, I think Jedi covered it pretty nicely. Just again, Jose's boxing was so crisp, bro. That body work was a sight to behold, bro, and like just throwing like whistle reactions from it, like you know when he lands, bro. It was so nice to watch, bro. If I'm being hypercritical though, I would have liked to see him go for the finish when he went for the takedown. There was like about 2 minutes left in the round.
But
he had Martinez rocked and he just dumped him, bro.
I was also like, why did he go into
it as a mercy takedown?
That's what someone
called it. That's what I felt also. Like takedown, bro.
Yeah, bro, like you want to see him finish that man in front of that Rio crowd, bro. You know what I mean? Like, yo, bro,
crazy.
Losing their minds there, bro.
It'll be nuts. Kind of saved Jonathan from the embarrassment there. It felt like.
Yeah, I felt the same, bro. I was like, why are you going to do that, bro? Clearly, you just rain down shots on him. You know what I mean? Chase him down and rain down shots.
Could have just been sympathy, bro. You don't want to finish this one, but it felt like it a little bit. But at the same time, I was thinking about it at the same time, maybe that's experience because it's like he eliminates that chance of that one-shot knockout that Martinez might throw, man. Gets him to the ground and now he has him on the ground and it's like just ride it out and win the fight.
I got you.
So
that's true.
But yeah, as a fan, you obviously want to see him go for the finish in a situation like that.
I mean,
but it's also in his character bio to be empathetic.
He is that person.
I mean, he was like consoling the bro afterwards.
They started crying together. They started chanting with him like, "You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay." I think that Martin was chanting more for the fact that this time he's run at the title in the division. If you think about it,
yeah, he missed his chance to become a legend, bro. If he had finished Aldo,
he's
like an instant legend, bro.
AD, you said it in the preview. Was saying this could be the fight that could catapult Martinez into another level where you can go from rank, what is he, 12th, I think, coming into the fight or something like that. That could push him up into top 10 status, which is more money, more views. But I think he kind of lost that losing to Jose Aldo, if you think about it.
Yeah, unfortunate.
You know, that's why he was so emotional in that fight. But anyway, before we move on, smash the like button if you guys haven't done so yet, and the subscribe button to stay in touch with our latest content as we keep posting on a weekly basis. But let's moving on down the list, gentlemen. The fight that we all thought that Anthony Lynott was going to lose terribly, but he didn't, and he beat the bull. He beat the bull, and he was kind of almost like he was throwing shade in his interview. Did you hear his post fight? Throwing shade at all the guys think I'm all motherfuckers. He was just getting upset.
Oh yeah,
Everyone
yeah,
called him like he wasn't
I
gonna.
love it. I love it, bro. I love
And
it. I love the
yeah.
he
banter.
deserves it. I mean, he beat the guy. You could see that Petrino was very inexperienced, if you ask me. Like he didn't know how to come out of any of the exchanges that Anthony put him in, especially the grappling exchanges. Like Petrino didn't know what to do. He looked lost. And then got choked out by a guillotine. Very nice guillotine, by the way. But I just very inexperienced for Petrino to do that. I don't know what you guys take away from it. I just felt like he was showing inexperience. That was the big takeaway from me. And that's why he got tapped out.
Definitely,
Mm.
definitely. Yeah, inexperience. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy, eh? Like he says there's levels to the game, but
Yes.
when he fights top 10 guy, then he gets crushed.
Then he
You
gets
know what I
beaten.
mean? So
Yeah.
so show a little bit of humility, bro. You know, like we afterwards he ran to the commentators and he said, I might win gold after all. It's like, bro,
Yeah.
you just beat like a man in the lower part of the division, maybe. Calm down. You
Mm,
lost your
mm.
last 4 fights, bro. Like,
Yes.
you know?
Yeah, exactly.
But fair play to him, bro. Like he was the underdog, bro. Especially Petrino having beat the guy that I really like the look of, Tyson Pedro.
Yeah, yeah.
Bruh, if I was a betting man, fortunately I didn't place any bets this week, but I would have lost my money on this fight for sure.
Mm.
Did not see it coming, but fair play to Lionheart, right? Proved a lot of people wrong, including myself.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully, oh yeah, so he got challenged by Pereira, apparently.
Michel
Oh,
Pereira.
No.
Pereira.
Alex Pereira. Yeah.
No,
challenging
man.
him.
No.
Lionheart's gonna fight Alex Pereira now for
No.
50,000.
No.
It's true.
Don't do
It's
that.
true, bro. You heard it here first, guys.
Okay, Glover base you.
That mustn't happen. But Jed, what do you think, bro? It was a really quick fight also. What do you think about it?
Yeah, I think, bro, he came in there very overconfident that he's just gonna bulldoze Anthony,
Yes.
like, and power through anything.
Yeah.
And as you say, yeah, it was inexperienced. I don't know if it was inexperience or fuck, bro. I just think he was too overconfident and then got caught in something that he was like,
He doesn't
I
know.
can really get out of this.
He doesn't
Oh
know.
yeah, all that.
It was first a standing guillotine, then they moved down to the ground. It's like, come on, dude. And he's twice the size of Lionheart. And he basically
Bro,
gave
and
Lionheart
man
his
is a
neck. He was like,
tank.
yeah, please choke me. Please choke me. You know what I mean? That's why I'm saying inexperience, because it's like, yes, he was overconfident and he's by far the bigger man. He's got the power advantage. So you go in there thinking, I'm going to walk this dude. He's on a 4-fight win streak. I'm going to walk this, bro. But then the inability to get out of the guillotine and also to actually give the Lionheart the opportunity to get the guillotine, he was like, I don't understand why.
Yeah, that was silly.
You know what I mean? So that's why I was like, okay, it's a bit of an experience because you didn't, like, you're a big guy, at least try and grapple, dude. You know what I mean? He doesn't even try to grapple that fight. But in the grand scheme of things, in the grand or for the context of that division, Petrino has to, back to the drawing board, reset, learn some more things, utilize some grappling exchanges in your fights. And for Lionheart, like I said, just be a little bit humble. I don't think you can go for the gold strap just yet because you lost to the top 5.
Oh yeah.
Like all of them smoked him. Every single one of them beat
We'll
him.
see.
So he has to
We'll
take
see,
a back
bro.
step there. But let's move it on.
He's got to probably get Glover for that.
Lionheart for the gold, bro.
Yeah, Glover will put him out, bro.
Get Glover and Lionheart in there, bro, one more time.
That could be like a good legacy fight, actually, for the two of them.
Bro, this man just beat someone in the division. You want to bring retired man to fight him? Sure, bro. What respect, bro. He's still competitive, bro.
He's still I mean, Jose just came out of retirement essentially to come and fight this fight.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but
And Henry
Glover's like 40, bro.
It's fine.
I mean,
Anthony also like mid to late. But anyway, I never spent too much time on someone that isn't really making waves in that division. Let's move along the list to someone who is very entertaining in Michel Pereira. Defeated Igor Petrino by submission. Also, very quick guillotine, dude. Like same thing, exactly the same thing. Walks him down, gets him. I think Igor tried to do some kind of weird exchange, and then Pereira just catches this man, standing guillotine finish, which is fabulous, really, for him. And also to finish in that fashion, it does help Michel's case in that division as well to see where he ends up. What do you guys make of that fight? Obviously, he didn't start with a jumping flying kick. which I thought he would have.
Yeah, you lost the bet.
Yeah.
You started with a high five, bro.
He started with the high five.
Yeah.
I told you,
You
bro.
know?
I told you.
That's what he was gonna do. But anyway, moving on to his performance, it was a flawless performance from Michel Pereira. The one
I
thing,
mean, I wouldn't say flawless, bro. I think you were gonna allude to the one thing now,
the
yeah.
one thing that was a bit off was the backflip, and then he landed on that guy.
What, my bro?
Exactly.
So
That's
Michel,
a
so Michel-
signature Michel Pereira move.
yeah, but that
So,
was risky
Even if
because
it's supposed to land
It was
like
illegal,
that.
bro.
it's an illegal move.
It
Yes,
was illegal, bro. It was a
No
knee to a
ways,
grounded
bro.
opponent, bro.
because he landed with his knee
Nah.
exactly the knee landed, and
It
was
doesn't mean because you done a backflip, it's not a knee. If his knee hits the guy, it's a knee, bro.
Bro,
So what is he
it's,
intending to do to land that? Like, what's the intention behind that move? How are you intending to land on this with what?
I think maybe like with shin or I don't know, bro.
That's still bad, bro. It's
I have no
that was
I
a
have no idea what he's
perfect
trying to do.
landing, bro.
Only he knows, bro.
You could use his signature, but fuck, dude, that's a really risky thing to
It's so
I love it.
fucking mental, bro.
and he could end up being a disadvantage, and then someone taps him out, kind of thing. You know, he could put himself on the back foot there. So he does put himself
Oh,
at
I
that
love
risk,
it. It was so
you know?
cool.
But yeah, it makes for good TV.
Absolutely, bro. I'm here for it, bro. I'm here for it.
That's a very good win for him. What does it mean for Michel Pereira? I think this was a middleweight division, or was it welterweight?
I think this was middleweight.
Yeah, middleweight.
Yeah, they said he's beat all 3 of his middleweight opponents in 66 seconds or less. The last 3.
Yeah, it was a middleweight.
So get that man a title shot.
I don't know a title shot, but who do you think he should get? I think he called out Cannon here, didn't he?
No.
That was the other guy.
Barralho.
Borralho
Called out Cannon, yeah.
So then I was saying like Michel could maybe challenge for one of the top 5 guys, or top 6 at least, you know, and stop giving him these unranked fighters and give him a ranked fighter. It would be very nice to see him do that, you know. But anyway, we move on. Paul Craig taking on Caio Borralho. Beautiful fight. Paul Craig doesn't know how to stand, eh? I don't know what you guys make of this, but like his stand-up game is
Just clueless on the feet, bro. Clueless on the feet.
Yo.
It's shocking, bro. I was like, how can you
Like,
be
what is
this
this
bad
man
at striking?
doing?
But anyway, what do you make of the performance, Jed, nonetheless? What do you make of the performance of the guy with, as 80s called him, terrible tattoos? What do you think of Borralho's performance?
He's got terrible tattoos. I think he seems very confident, bro. He looks like he's a decent boxer. I don't know how he grapples because obviously he didn't want to stay on the floor with Paul Craig because
Not at all.
he feels like he's not as good, obviously. But he seems alright. He seems alright, bro. I don't think. I don't know, man. I would love to see him against somebody that's more of a better fighter, like more well-rounded than what Paul Craig was.
For
You know what
sure,
I mean?
for sure.
So I'd like to see him against somebody that can box also and grapple and do some more things. It's not just like a specialist in one thing. You know what I mean? But he seems like he's going to be one of the names that's going to be around for a long time.
Yeah, he'll be in amongst the top dudes there. I'm not too sure about a title contention, but I definitely see him challenging fighters like maybe he's taking on like a Vittori, or he's taking on like a Cannon, like he called that Cannon, someone to that degree. What do you think of the performance, AD? Because we got performance of the night.
Yeah. I mean, I think he definitely made a fan of me, bro. He's a hell of a character by the looks of it. Like, very entertaining guy. I mean, I see he got shitty tattoos, but yeah, I'm a big fan now, regardless.
Yeah, he's entertaining.
He had a game plan and he executed it very well. Avoid all kinds of grappling exchanges. Just basically expose Paul Craig for how clueless he really is on the feet. And finished him, bro. It was such a good finish, such a nice. It was a left straight. I think that was the final punch that finished him.
Yeah.
So clean, bro. And I think he landed a really nice knee before that. Which Paul Craig, to be fair, ate very well. And then he was like, I'm like, come on, bro, jiu-jitsu me. But then he was like, nah, okay.
Come on, bro, jiu-jitsu.
But yeah, it was a good fight, bro. And I think he deserved performance of the night. And yeah, I'll be looking forward to his next fight.
So now, do you think that the call out for
Okay.
Cannonier makes the most sense for him?
Yeah, I
need
think
to
for
look at the
I think
rankings.
for him to like want to break into the like top 5, I think Cannonier. But I was actually also just pulling up the rankings now.
Okay.
Let's see before we
So yeah,
sign out of
Cannonier,
here.
Vittori.
That's Vittori makes the most sense for me. Not necessarily.
Yeah,
I think Vittori, because I feel like him and Vittori, matchmaking wise, would be a very great fight to watch because they're very similar. Similar
Yeesh,
style.
so cool to see drukkers there with the belt, man.
this year.
Number one.
What's that guy's name again?
Which guy?
Cannonier.
The guy we're talking about.
Oh,
yeah,
Caio
he's number
Borralho.
14, Borralho.
Mm.
Okay. Bro, there's a lot of guys before Jared Cannonier.
Yeah, there is a lot. But I think for him personally,
He
that's
can
what he
fight
wants
Paulo
to
Costa,
get him
bro.
up there. That
Real
would be.
real
I think
fight.
Paulo Costa's got a fight already.
He's fighting Sean Strickland at
I would say
302,
either
I think, or
Anthony
303.
Hernandez or Jack and Nansen. They're not going to give him to Hamzat, obviously.
Jack Manson will be a very good fight. I'm not sure what comes out. I think Hamzat also might have a fight. I'm not mistaken.
Hamzat fights when he wants to fight.
He wants to fight. He's calling Jared Cannonier
afraid
because
of
that
that
could be the best fight for his future. But I definitely think that he'll probably get either Vittori next or Jack Manson, like you guys said now. That makes the most.
I mean, Vittori is not that far. He's one below Cannonier, bro. So
That's why I said-
either one of those would be a liquor
would
fight
say-
for him in terms of like advancing his career.
Hmm.
But
I would
yeah,
say
there's a lot of people
anyone-
before that.
Yeah.
It's not legit. Yeah.
Anyone from Paulo down, bro.
Hmm.
Or from even number 8 down.
Yeah. I'll obviously pull up the rankings in the moment when we're talking about this for the guys.
Because Paulo Costa is still in there.
You will see what happens in his fight against what's his name? Sean Strickland. I think he might lose against Sean Strickland. See how that fight
You
is
see,
like.
he gets to fight Strickland.
That's who he's fighting. Yeah, so let's see how that goes. But anyway, guys, that is our time. It was a fantastic event nonetheless. Part of us all felt it was a little underwhelming. Could have been a fight night instead of a pay-per-view, but it was a good fight. I thought I was how do I say? Not
Satisfied.
Satisfied, yeah, satisfied with it. And in the end of it all, it was a great card to watch. I don't know
Agreed,
if you
yeah.
feel the same way. But
Yeah, absolutely agree.
absolutely agreed. Lekker, there we go. But that is our time, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell to stay in touch with all the latest content, and we keep dropping it. Jedi, 80, I'm gonna say thank you to YouTube for breaking it down and recapping it. Until the next one, stay safe, stay humble. Cheers.
Yes.
Lekker.